Hello everyone, here is my awk mini tutorial. I found it immensely useful during our recent unit here, and I dove a little bit more into it, and I mean, it can do so much if you just take the time to learn it. It's an own entire programming language, so you can create entire scripts inside these commands, and they are very, very powerful. We will only be going over a couple things because that's all I really know so far. But let's start out with what we did for the most part during this last unit when we were searching and um, doing stuff by column, so printing them by columns here. I created a couple example files here. We'll run a quick cat command on both of the files here. One, two. And as you can see, they're both the same except for one has spaces and one has colons. This is just to demonstrate that by default, what determines a column is going to be spaces. So if we were to run the typical like print awk command here that we were doing in the labs, we could do the second column. It should, and we put the file at the end here, it should show us the second column, so right after the first space, so all the just numbers there. Which one? There. So yeah, does that. But if we were to do that for the second one, it will display nothing because there's no second column. In fact, if we were to do this again and we print the first column, it says there's only one column. So there's an easy way to get around this, and that's by using the -F option, which is the field separator option. We could specify that the colons are the field separators, and how we do that is doing this, and then we can go dash uppercase F, and you specify with double quotes. We'll do this one, and now we should be able to print. We'll do the second column again from awk example 2. There, see, and now it's saying that the field separator is the colon, so now it knows where the columns start. Something cool we can also do is we can actually search before printing or doing our other functions. And the way we would do that is by using, we'd be using the forward slashes. So if we put a single quote here, forward slash, and in between those forward slashes we say, like we're searching for Hunter. And then we could just do print. Oh, once again, put the file name. It's going to print that first line because it's looking for Hunter, and it saw that. And another way we could do that is, let's see here, let's say like the third one says Tyler on it. So we could just search Tyler, but say we had multiple Tylers, or we had multiple, no, we wanted, not Tylers, we wanted multiple, pull all the columns and lines that start with T. You could do basically the same command, but use the caret character, which is this one, which means at the start of the line, so T, and then print that, and it'll give us that line. Here's something a little bit more powerful, is when like we start getting into the actual like scripting part of it. I'm just going to use it in really simple, kind of basic way right now. It doesn't seem super powerful, but like obviously if we dove a little bit into it, I'm sure we could find way better and more powerful ways to use this. But like let's start out with, you can type begin at the beginning of your string here, and that just lets the program know that you're going to do this before doing any of the other parts. This needs to get out of the way. So like you could set variables here with like -v or yeah, I believe it's -v. So you could set variables and stuff and then do all your other functions and setting it up like a script would. But for this one, we're just going to take so we're going to take all of the colons in the second example and we're going to replace them with tabs, or you could replace it with anything actually, but we're going to replace it with tabs because if this had a ton of columns, you could be like, well, $1, $2, $3, and between each of those put double quotes with a \T, and that would give you tabs in between each of your columns. But instead of that, we'll just replace each one of the colons with -T. So here, let's do begin, and then we can do FS for find, and we'll do, we probably want the curly brackets first. Yeah. Put the curly brackets around it. So we want to find the colon and separate it with a semicolon, and then you can do OFS equals, and we'll do that the \T, which is for tab there. Go like that, and then we'll start a second one, and we'll print $1, comma, $2, and $3. There, and then end it, and we'll do that for awk example 2. See, and now it separated it into neat little columns with the tabs. I mean, you could add more tabs in there if it was like a really messy kind of file. I think you can. I think you can just put. Oh yeah, there you go. So it makes it all neat and nice. As you can see, the awk command is a very powerful one, especially with all the ways that you could manipulate text and data, and yeah, I think it's something we should all learn, and I think as we get more into Linux, it's something that could be extremely useful if we just take a little bit of time to learn it.